Hey everybody, TopCon here, and welcome to the pre-release French Civilization overview. First, let's go over the civilization bonuses that France has that we've seen so far. The French get faster villager production, with the rates being 18 seconds in Dark Age, 17 Feudal, 16 Castle, and 15 in Imperial. This means that by 3 minutes into the game, you're already ahead in villagers. Economy techs research at mills, lumber camps, and mines are 30% cheaper. For example, survival techniques is only 35 wood 70 gold instead of 50 and 100. At this time, it's still not known if the dock technology is going to be cheaper too. Resource drop-off buildings are half price, so only 25 wood for mills, mines, and lumber camps. It's not clear if this one affects docks either. Traders can return any resource to a market by toggling whichever one they want. This allows traders to bring back gold, food, wood, or stone. This makes them function a lot more just like having extra villagers would be. Melee damage techs at blacksmiths are researched instantly and for free upon aging up to the appropriate age. It also appears they get the ability to see trade posts at the start of the game. As we see in this video, the minimap he has, the trade posts are shown without actually scouting. The French influence bonus is that archery ranges and stables built in close proximity to keeps have unit costs decreased by 25%. I'm not sure whether or not this is a complete list, but it's about as far as we can confirm right now. Next, we'll have a look at the unique units and technologies available. We'll first look at the Royal Knight. It's available in Feudal Age from any stable, and it costs 140 food, 100 gold. It appears to have the same stats as other Feudal Knights, with 190 HP and 19 attack, as well as 3 melee and ranged armor. But because they get the Civ bonus for free melee upgrades at a blacksmith, it will always come out immediately stronger than other knights at the start of Feudal Age. The thing that makes Royal Knights unique is that they get an extra 3 damage for 3 seconds after they charge. They have an attack speed of 1.38 seconds, which means they should be able to get 2 additional hits with plus 3 damage each, meaning they can charge in and 2-hit combo villagers because of that plus 3, as it adds up to 51. So with good micro, Feudal Knights, at least on paper, sound broken. Researching textiles early is going to be very important when playing versus the French, to make villagers survive this combo, as the villager would survive even another hit of 22 with textiles, because it would only be 73. It changes villagers from taking 2 hits to taking 4. Royal Knights have 2 unique techs available to them. The first tech, which is available in the Feudal Age, is Chivalry. Chivalry allows Royal Knights to regen health points while not in combat at a rate of 1 health per second, and it only costs 50 wood, 125 gold. This bonus, in addition to the 2-hit combo I mentioned earlier, means that French in the Feudal Age can keep raiding with knights and then running them out to regen health, making their Feudal Age villager harass one of the most effective and annoying playstyles. You could also use this with your knights to run in, charge, and kill specific military units, and then retreat to go heal. The 190 HP knights are easily microed away in order to heal up again. The show match even showed that this will heal them while inside of a tower that they're adding additional arrows to. Because this tech is available so early in the game, it's going to give you a lot of value for a very long time. The tech doesn't cost much, and if it ever even healed one knight from low HP to full, it basically paid for itself. The second unique tech available for Royal Knights is Canted Saddles. It increases the Royal Knight's bonus damage after a charge, changing it to 10 instead of 3. It costs 75 food and 200 gold, and is available in the Castle Age. As mentioned earlier, they get 2 extra hits in, so this would increase the total damage to 20 per knight after a charge, which is like adding an extra swing for a knight in the Castle Age. To get an idea of what this could be for, if you have 2 French knights, they could charge one villager, comboing to death, swing once together on another villager and kill it, and then swing once more on a third villager and kill that, basically killing 3 villagers in 3 hits with 2 knights. So French knights are going to be effective raiders throughout the entire game. The next unique unit available to the French is the Arbalétrier.
Arbalétrier.
I hope I said that right. It's trained starting in the Castle Age from the archery range and replaces the crossbowman. It has the same health, range, and damage as crossbowmen, but has additional melee armor in Castle Age and plus 2 melee armor in Imperial Age. It also has access to the Deploy Pavis ability, which will increase their ranged armor by 5 for up to 30 seconds as long as they do not move. They didn't show the cooldown on this ability, but it appears to be around 30 seconds as well. They never showed the name of the French unique upgrades in the archer range, but at 1854 it pops up and says Gambescence completed. We also see that at 1813, before this upgrade was complete, the Arbalétrier has 1 melee armor. Then when they click on this unit again at 1916, after the upgrade is complete, the unit has 6 melee armor. The only upgrade that we saw complete was this Gambescence upgrade, which means that probably increases the melee armor of the Arbalétrier by 5, making this unit incredibly tanky. We also did not get to see the second unique tech in the archery range, but if I had to guess, it probably will affect archers, because if you look at the archers for the French in these videos, they look really cool, and that just has to be unique, right? From the dock, the French also get a unique bombard unit called a Galleass, starting in the Castle Age. It has 1200 health, 3 ranged armor, and deals 130 damage every 5 seconds with 8 range. There's also a unique tech for the French at the dock, but again, it was not shown as of now. We got to see the icon at 30 minutes here, and it looks like a cannon or something, so if I had to guess, it'll probably affect this unit, but not sure yet. The last unique unit that we got to see is the Royal Cannon. We didn't get to see a lot of information about this unit, as in the show match it died after about 1 second on the screen, but the Age of Empires 4 website itself lists it as being unique because unlike a normal bombard, this cannon does not need to pack and unpack. It's also not clear where the unit is constructed from. It might only be constructed in the landmark, or it could also be from siege workshops, but we're not sure on that yet. The last unique tech that we saw was enlistment incentives in Imperial Age for 150 food, 350 gold. This increases their bonus for their keep's influence to reduce the cost of units from stables and archery ranges by an additional 10%, bringing the total to 35% reduced cost. That is a pretty massive discount on units from stables and archery ranges. Next, we'll take a look at the landmarks. The French get access to some very interesting and some very confusing landmarks. Aging up to the feudal age, you get to pick between the Chamber of Commerce, which acts as a market and causes all traders and trade ships to return 30% more resources to any market or docks, or the School of Cavalry, which acts as a stable and makes all your stables produce 20% quicker. I know personally the idea of that quick production to start harassing is very appealing to me, but these are honestly two really nice sounding landmarks that I can see both of them being used, as 30% more resources on markets while also being able to pick whatever resource you want from a trader is similar to adding a second town center immediately and for free upon aging up. Advancing to the Castle Age, you get to choose between the Royal Institute, which is a building that houses all of the French unique techs and has them available for 25% reduced cost. This building would free up your production buildings, making it so that you can research only on this structure without blocking the production of something like a stables or an archery range. The other option to age up to Castle Age with is the Guild Hall, which generates and stores resources over time. The more resources that are stored in here, the faster it will generate them. You can select between food, wood, stone, or gold, but upon switching to another resource, it will collect whatever you currently had selected. I tried to make heads or tails of it, but basically in the show match, this is what we saw. It starts out at a base rate of 20 resources per 20 seconds of whatever you select, and I don't know at what point it changes to be more. At the base rate of 20 resources per 20 seconds, it's worth just a little more than 1 villager. But as you can see, it ramps up, and at 60 resources per 20, it's already better than 3 or 4 villagers, so I'm not really sure if this is going to be good or not. It's going to take a lot of testing with this one to figure that out, I think. The Imperial Age landmark that we saw in the show match is the College of Artillery. This landmark provides immediate access to produce Royal Artillery, which do bonus 20% damage. It's not clear if this landmark is the only one that can create Royal Artillery or not, because the way that the wording is described on it is that it provides immediate access. Makes me think there would be some reason to expect it not to be immediate. Again, I can't decide if this one's worth getting or not until we see what the other French Imperial Age landmark is, and the other one was not shown. Next, we'll look at what I feel like the general strategy for French is going to be. As I haven't played the French, I can only speculate, but here are some things I feel will be very strong for them. Their cheaper costs on economic structures like the mill, in addition to cheaper techs, should make for early deer starts being very strong. If you do see any deer nearby to your starting town center, I would immediately go on to hunt. Normally the high cost of wood would delay the hunt openings, but French get to save 25 wood on the mining, lumber, and mill, plus another 15 on the survival techniques technology. At the start of the game, you have enough wood for a house, mill, lumber camp, and the tech, all instantly. 25, 25, 50, 35. It's only 135 wood. Early Hunt would provide you with a strong food start, which you can use to age up early with the School of Cavalry. Using the School of Cavalry, you can rush out knights and immediately rally them to your opponent, as the math of having one knight being able to one-shot combo villagers down sounds totally broken. Remember that non-French knights trying to execute this same thing would not be able to, as they're missing the 3 damage needed to pull it off. I'd probably make 2 to 3 knights and then rush out the chivalry tech so that they can heal up after the damage they've done has been dealt. Remember, as I mentioned earlier, French produce villagers faster. So you're theoretically ahead in villagers at 3 minutes and 20 seconds already, and so adding up kills after that just puts you further ahead. If the enemy starts making pikes, I would just never engage the pikes. Or you could just keep harassing with the knights and throw down more town centers. Because you're harassing early with knights, you have all the scouting information that you need to build any counter units that you need. This playstyle would also give you map control, so if you wanted to switch into doing trade, you could easily do that as well. I think a lot of games will probably just snowball from there and you just win. But you can always just tech up to Castle Age and throw down a keep on top of all your production to reduce the cost of all the units you're making and keep on the pressure. You should plan ahead and make sure that your production buildings are built in a way that you can drop a keep right in the middle of them upon reaching Castle Age. The French seem to be a civilization that will be incredibly powerful in the early to mid game if played aggressively. When playing against the French, make sure you get textiles early into the feudal age, and build lots of walls, because it'll be critical to shut down their raids. Ideally, a French player would never stop raiding you, so you need any defense that you can. Being able to counter a charge with pikemen or the longbow paling ability will disable the Royal Knight's bonus damage from a charge, and the bonus damage after the charge, so units like this should be positioned in a way to stop the French charges. Take note of whatever they age up to feudal age with, because if they're focused on trade, you probably need to be aggressive yourself and harass their trade routes, or if they're focused on rushing with the stables, then you need to prepare your own defenses. That'll about wrap up my French overview. Personally, I wasn't looking forward to the French at all, but after seeing the show match and what their bonuses are, it worked its way into what I think is probably going to be my second favorite civ, and I'm excited to play them. How do you think the French will play out? Do you also think that they're going to dominate the mid game? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and subscribe for more Age of Empires 4 content coming in the future. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.